Now, this body, which has so many pushings, it is impelling us to do all these activities under the influence of the mind. The mind is actually generating desires which are manifested in the form of these impulses from the body. So, all these impulses from the body we can understand. Again, that okay, these urge to become angry, sometimes we don't want to become angry. After we get angry and scold someone, later we feel bad. I should not have got angry. Why did I get angry? That means that is not our desire, it is a force of the body. But then, when it comes to the mind and intelligence, we are unable to differentiate ourselves from the mind and intelligence. We think, no, mind and intelligence are myself. But reality is, the mind and intelligence are also jadavastu. They are dead matter. The mind, intelligence, and ego, all three of them are dead matter. Only thing is, they are subtle dead matter. Just like, for instance, if you have a computer and you have an operating system in that computer, you may have Linux, you may have Ubuntu, you may have Windows, whatever. You have a software running on it. Now, that software, according to the speed of the processor, according to the RAM, according to the memory space you have and all that, it can perform different levels of functions. So, for basic computing activity, basic, if you want to run some simple office software like MS Office, you want to do some basic, you want to access your emails, you want to do some word processing, or you want to run a worksheet or something like that. Regular normal CPU with the normal operating system will serve the purpose. Now, but suppose you want to do advanced computing, then your regular Microsoft Windows will not serve the purpose. You will need a server. You have a Windows Server edition. You have to use that software. Suppose you want to do even more advanced computing, then you will have to have higher operating systems. Now, all these operating systems, you can understand in one sense, to execute activity which requires a higher level of intelligence, you need an operating system of higher caliber. You need higher RAM, memory. You need higher processing speed, etc. But no matter however big a computer may be, that software that is running on it, its memory power, all these things are actually dead matter. We can easily understand this. This is not very difficult to understand. It's all dead matter. After all, some man has sat and made some program, and based on that, it is running. It does not have its own ability to think and act and all that. Whatever has been programmed, to that extent, it will perform intellectual activities, whatever are needed. Some calculations are needed. You want to process some data. All those kind of functions which with our intelligence we do, we can do it with that. Even the human intelligence also acts in the same way. When do we say a person is very intelligent? He can calculate things very nicely, he can analyze things very nicely, he can solve problems very nicely. How quickly and how fast and how accurately a person is able to solve problems, we say this person is very intelligent. Similarly, the computer also does the same thing. In fact, what your human mind is not capable of, human intelligence is not capable of, the computer can calculate those things, it can analyze those data far more efficiently. If I ask you 356 into 255 is how much, you will sit and start calculating. You will ask for a calculator, or you need which is a mini computer, or you need a computer or something like that to, otherwise you have to take a paper and pen and start computing. It will take you so many minutes to calculate. Whereas you put it, type it into a calculator, immediately you have the answer. So that calculator's intelligence is better than your intelligence. But does that intelligence have any life, any consciousness? No. Similarly, the same function is being done by the human intelligence. So how are we thinking that human intelligence is mine? My intelligence with which I am thinking, I am analyzing, I am understanding things, I am comprehending certain things. How do we think that it is mine? The mind is generating some thoughts. I am thinking it is my thought. No, the mind, intelligence, and false ego are also dead matter, like exactly like this body. Only thing is they are a little subtler than this material body, that gross body which I can see. I can see with my eyes, I can touch, I can feel this gross body, but I cannot touch and feel my mind and intelligence. That does not mean that it is not dead matter. It is also dead matter only. Now, just like my body is made up of earth, water, fire, and air and space, borrowed from the large quantity of earth, water, fire, air, and space which is available outside in material nature. The same way, my intelligence and mind and false ego, all three are also fragments of the total intelligence, the total mind, and the total ego which is available in Prakriti. When the creation happens, as we will see as we go forward, the Mahatattva, when it is created with some total of earth, some total of water, some total of air, some total of space, and the total intelligence, total mind, and the total ego. The moment a jiva is, a soul is given a body within this material world, accordingly, corresponding to that body is carved out of the 5 gross elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And corresponding to that body, there is a certain amount of intelligence which is also carved out from that total intelligence which is available in Prakriti.